I have a really random thought for you about threesomes.
Oh, yeah.
And foursomes.
Yes.
This is so strange. Okay. I have been in relationships before where I'm like, I will never have a threesome with you. I will never have a foursome with you. Get it the fuck out of my face, because I was just too much in the relationship, too far down. I'm at a weird place right now, and I have never in my life really thought about this. I've had a threesome before. I've never had a foursome. I enjoyed myself. It was with another girl, and then a guy, but he's just like a pig. So, like, I just was like, it was, like, fun, but it wasn't anything like, I need to do this again.
Yeah.
Then, with this new guy, he's so sexual, and we've had conversations about, like, it's the first real relationship that I've been so, like, sexually pushing the limits. Like, he pushes me to the limits, and he's like, I want to do everything with you. Because it makes me, even if we do shit that's wild, like you like whatever it is, it makes us closer. So we've been talking about possibly, like, while we're traveling, because we're like, you can't do it in your bed at home.
No.
Traveling, like,
or like in your neighborhood.
No. You're like walking the dog, you're like, she looks kind of cute, like, hey, come on over, Candace. Yeah, like, no. So he travels a lot for work, and we may be going to, like, a different country together, and he was like, it could be hot, like, if we're, like, out one night and you go pick someone up, and then, like, we bring them back. And I've been thinking about it. It's early enough in the relationship that if it's ever going to happen, it would have to be now, so that, like, I would have to see, like, did I like it?
Or will it be a thing that if you do like it, do you think it would be part of your relationship? Like, or like a holiday?
Well, what he said is, like, if you hated it, he was like, I'm down to do it with another guy or another girl. It's down to you. Like, you pick the person. He was like, and I want you to pick them, because it's more so I want you to have sex in this threesome that, like, I want you to be attracted to the guy. And he was like, or the girl, I want you to pick. It's not even for me, because I will be more turned on if you are having sex with this girl and having such, like, it's so hot. Like, I don't even have to fuck her. Like, whatever you want to do.
It's all perspective, and he's making you see things in a new light.
Because he's like, and if we hate it, we never have to do it again. But it will be an experience that we talk about. And we're like, oh,
he's so free and open.
Hannah,
and you're like a type A bitch.
Yes. So I'm like, hold on, logistically, how does this work? And, like, does she sign an NDA? Like, what's happening?
Has he done that a lot?
So I asked him, and he said, I had a threesome with one of my exes, but then my most recent ex wasn't down for it, because, like, she had some, like, family shit that she, like, wasn't down to have threesomes, because it, like, traumatized her or I don't know.
Yeah.
So he was like, I don't know what it is, but about
That's a good excuse. Just be like, my family.
She's like, my family. It's like, wait, what? Your like, my family.
I have 3 brothers and sisters, and I hate the number 3.
I can't. It sounds like I'm fucking my brother. Like, what is going on?
This is the question. I am going to admit, I have never done cocaine before.
Oh, where are we going? I'm going to bring it back.
I swear I'm going to bring it back. I'm going because everyone thinks
I've never had a threesome. You're like,
after my comedy shows, people legit just, like, give me cocaine because I just seem like a cocaine girl.
Right.
Like,
everyone thinks I do
sports,
coke 24/7.
Whatever. Yeah. I just feel like if I did cocaine, I'd bash my head into a wall and ruin the party for
It's
everyone.
honestly not that. There's not a lot.
And people are like, Hannah, why haven't you done cocaine? And I'm like, bitch, I'm 29.
Right.
If I do it and I don't like it, I have a terrible night. If I do it and I do like it, now I love cocaine.
That's kind of like a great point.
So now I'm bringing it back to you.
Life story.
As in, like, if you do it and you don't like it, it's, like, possibly traumatizing. And if you do it and do like it, now you want to have threesomes all the time.
No, wait.
So, like, does this complicate your life?
No, okay. In a weird way, in a weird fucking way, this is a great conversation, Hannah. I never thought about it if I was going to go into a relationship with a man, I really didn't think, like, this can't be that healthy. For some reason, we are so sexually open with each other.
He wants to experience life with you in all different ways.
And he's a very sexual person.
It's interesting because my guy has done the same thing where he's just like, I want to try everything with you and make you come in so many different ways. And the fact that he said, bring a dude in, I kind of love that he said that.
Right.
Because deep down, like, I would love to have a threesome with 2 guys.
Okay.
Would you?
I kind of think I would be down.
And
he literally texted me after and was like, like after we were talking about like having a threesome with 2 dudes, like I now can't stop masturbating to like watching like DP porn because I'm thinking about like me and a guy fucking you, and like there's just something about it that's turning me on so much. And literally I'm over here like, well, I wasn't thinking about doing that this fucking upcoming December for Christmas, but now I'm like, well,
okay,
fuck.
now I have to stretch out my asshole.
No, literally, like I'm straight up being like, am I about to have like a fucking threesome with 2 dudes and this guy? And he's also like, it's so cute because then he's like, I love how he's saying this is cute. He's like, but I could be the one, like, say if you wanted to get like tied down and there's to the 2 of us, like if I'm gonna like skull fuck you, like if one of us is gonna have our you're like, where are you going with this? He's like, I'll be the one to do it so that like you can tell me if it's like hurting or
He's
whatever. Like
wait, skull?
No,
fuck,
a skull. Like when you're laying down and a guy is like on top of you straddling and you shoving his dick into you and like you can't, like it's like a lot. You're like, gag.
Wait, how do you spell that? Skull?
Skull, SKULL.
Oh, skull.
Skull, like your skull.
Skull.
Fuck.
I thought you said skull.
School.
Did we go to school?
I don't know. But Daddy Gang, I think it's just for the first time in my life, I'm like, oh my God, I want to try all these
and it's
things
different
with
because
him. And he's older.
When you think of like having sex in college with 2 guys,
oh my God,
there's that like stereotype that like, oh, you're a hoe who just had 2 guys run train on you. Where now it's like your boyfriend is like, let's find the hottest guy.
Literally.
And like let's be obsessed with your body and see how many ways we can turn you on for your pleasure. Like, literally. Why wouldn't we?
I know. And I feel like I'm coming to this weird, I think it's because he is older. He is so confident in his sexuality, so it's turning me the fuck on. And now I'm trying to figure out, am I about to go? I think a foursome with another couple could be so fucking hot.
Well, I was thinking swinging is a very popular thing.
I know, but I'm not a swinger. But now here I am, swing, bitch. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on. He's making me want to do all the things, and I'm like, oh my God.
Well, it's also, there's so much turning on that happens when someone else. If someone was like, that fucking pebble turns me on, suddenly I'm into that pedal.
And you're like grinding on the
like
pebbles. Right.
I'm like a rock girl now. I bring a rock in. Right. Like we have a boulder now. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm using a lot of metaphors.
No, it's good.
However, like I was talking to Des. I mentioned it because you were texting me about it, and he was like, I mean, it's not really my thing.
Right.
So like, if he had said in that moment, like, oh,
I would die.
Like I want to hear some emotion. Like I want to hear that. Oh, like that sound.
Right. Like fuck.
Then it turns me on. But like him not being into it, I'm like, then we're not doing it. Why fuck around?
But
with
you know what? In my past too, I think having a threesome with a guy, for me in my mind, it's always been like, well, it's for him. But for the first time in my life, this guy is like, no, this would be for us and for you. Like, I don't even need to fuck her. Like, I would love to watch a bitch, like, eat you out and, like, you get your pussy eaten by her and then, like, I'll fuck you and, like, you guys can be, like, and I'm like.
But what if you have another couple and during it, you're like, oh, my God, is their chemistry better than mine? You're like, oh, my God, is she better at sucking his dick? And like, is his dick bigger than his dick?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, wait, am I going to get jealous?
Because I overthink things. I overthink things.
I think that I can be a jealous person. If I really like you, then I can be jealous. And I'm like, oh, fuck. But also, I just know how obsessed he is with me. So honestly, Daddy Gang, I'll keep you updated. But like, we're going on vacation together in a few weeks.
That's like, millennials love going on early vacations. Yeah. Like my parents were always like, that's called a honeymoon and why are you doing it so early? But it's another thing where go on vacation, see how he acts when he's waiting in lines. Right. See how he acts when like some reservation gets canceled. Right. See how he acts when you guys have nothing to do for 3 hours before the next dinner res.
And like, what are we doing? Exactly.
So I kind of love that for you.
I kind of do too. And I feel like I'm gonna get a dick in my asshole this trip and I'm not prepared for it. He keeps saying he wants to do anal with me and I'm like, I am so scarred. And for the first time in my life, because I haven't done it since the one time that I passed out in college from it. And I feel like I'm about to have anal in this resort.